This is the time of year homeowners get their property tax estimates in the mail, and many are opening those letters and finding double-digit increases. Next year, property taxes are rising across the board in Minnesota to the tune of nearly $1 billion. Danny Spiewak joins us now with the shockwaves being felt across communities tonight. Danny?
Well, Julie, the state data is preliminary, so it could change. But due to a number of complex factors, county and city taxes are increasing almost universally in 2026, costing some homeowners hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Brian Hansen doesn't mind yard work.
Of course, the leaves every once in a while.
That just comes with owning a home. But those property taxes?
It makes you want to think about moving.
Hansen has lived in White Bear Lake for 35 years. But next year, the city could increase the property tax levy by up to 9.5%, while Ramsey County has proposed a 9.7% hike.
I'm equally dismayed and disgruntled. It's not going down at all. Same old, same old.
According to preliminary data, property taxes across Minnesota may spike by a combined $948 million in 2026, a 6.9% increase year over year.
I'm not sure exactly what's driving it.
The answer is complicated and depends on your school district, city, or county.
No county is excited about this property tax news.
Matt Hilgard with the Association of Minnesota Counties says rising costs are part of the problem.
Staffing, inflation on construction projects, those kind of things.
State and federal mandates in social services are also putting pressure on counties. For example, the One Big Beautiful Bill reduced federal reimbursements for SNAP and added millions in administrative costs to counties for both SNAP and Medicaid.
The biggest concern that we have, aside from the sticker shock of this year, is our concern that this plays out next year and the year after. Because some of the shifts that we're talking about here are simply historic, and we're concerned about our ability to sustainably budget for them.
More often than not, local governments are hiking property taxes to make up the difference.
And they've been going up and up.
Just another joy of homeownership for Brian Hansen.
And for people who've been around and doing the work themselves, you feel like you get a kick in the pants.
Although local counties and cities have set their maximum property tax increases, they could still lower them before 2026 rolls around. But this data from the state does not even include the dozens of school referendums that passed on the November ballot, which will hike property taxes even further. So, Julie, a lot of people talking about this and concerned about it right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know if you look at comments online, people are talking about cutting spending, which is always part of the mix, or at least part of the conversation. But a big part for Hennepin and Ramsey, at least, is those downtowns don't have those commercial buildings full anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. And when that happens and you don't have that revenue, particularly for those large counties with those downtowns, it impacts the entire county. And so certainly that's another factor that's causing some of these property
shift
taxes.
onto the private homeowners. All right. Thank you, Danny.